Start of 2020, the first objective was to beat AFTV in the Blood Brothers final. Decided by this point that we wanted to go non-league and we wanted to go on the journey we were going on.
Winning the league now, only the first game of the season, don't take it for granted. Like, this league is going to be a bit tough.
Open up then, this turn. Oi, press, come on!
It's right time. Bit nervous though, can't.
Wake the f*** up!
And that's exactly what we want. We want to send a message to the rest of this league. We want to be ruthless.
One push out, Jermaine, you're off.
You can picture James already, can't you? In a spot like this, singing his heart out. DT's bottom on me. He'd be loving it. Give him a lifetime season ticket.
We DTFC, we know who we are.
How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. Now on today's show we're going to take a brief look at the Premier League table after Arsenal's win against Newcastle. The Premier League has reported a low number of testing in the latest round of results. And the last piece of news involves Arsene Wenger, because he's been speaking about Mesut Ozil's move to Fenerbahce.
I represent my fucking self.
How we doing, guys? Welcome to DT's Daily. That's right.
So the first place we're going to start is the Premier League, and of course one game last night, and that was Arsenal against Newcastle. 3-0 winners, very, very comfortable. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang back on the score sheet, couple of goals for him. And Bukayo Saka, after a brilliant piece of play by the Croydon De Bruyne, Emil Smith-Rowe. But what does that do for the Premier League table? Well, the one thing I know it does for Arsenal is it actually puts us in the top half. I can actually look at Arsenal in the table without having to scroll down. How wonderful. But yeah, Arsenal go into the top 10. They are on 27 points. West Ham, Southampton, Chelsea are ahead of them on 29 points. And then you've got Everton on 32 and Tottenham on 33. It's quite staggering when you think about that Arsenal are, 6 points behind Spurs. And a few weeks ago, everybody was saying that Spurs are title challengers, and it just shows how mad this season actually is, and that nobody has actually walked away with the Premier League or done anything of a consistent nature as such. But that's a massive win, because it's 5 wins in 6, 5 clean sheets in a row for Arsenal. It's the first time that Arsenal have kept 5 clean sheets in a row since 2009. That's a mad statistic when you think about it. But yeah, that was a big game for Aubameyang in particular. Getting back on the score sheet. That was actually his 400th game in league competitions throughout Europe, throughout his career. So to mark it in the best way possible by scoring goals, yeah, that's what he does best. And, if we can get him firing, then I'm sure that we can climb that table even further. But we need to get him scoring. And what I liked about this game is that we were getting chances to him. He had 2 or 3 in the first half. And if he's getting chances, inevitably he's going to score one. So it's very interesting, the Premier League table, like I said. Very, very interesting. And to the bottom half of that, what does that do for Newcastle? Well, they're sitting on 19 points. They're only 7 points clear of the relegation zone. And Fulham and Burnley actually have a game in hand on them. So Newcastle are going to have to be careful. And you can kind of see why the Geordies are getting mad with Steve Bruce. Because, his objective is to keep Newcastle in the Premier League, but the way they're going, it's free fall at the moment. I believe that's no win in 9 now. Not great at all. And how long will they put up with it? I'll tell you one thing, he's very, very lucky that there's no fans allowed in, because St James's Park would be absolutely unreal. Good luck if fans were in the stadium, to Steve Bruce. But yeah, like I said, very, very interesting to see the Premier League table and how it sits after that game. Next piece of news, and the Premier League have confirmed 16 positive coronavirus cases in the latest round of testing. Now, you might actually think that that's quite high, but that's actually a significant drop, because on the last round of testing there were 36 positive cases. There was a season high of 40 the week before that, with recent outbreaks of the virus affecting Aston Villa, Newcastle, Manchester City and Fulham. In total, 6 Premier League matches have been called off due to coronavirus cases this season. Most recently, Aston Villa's game at home to Everton on Sunday. And that is, of course, because of the ongoing COVID-19 issues at Villa Park. In a statement, the Premier League said between Monday the 11th of January and Sunday the 17th of January, across 2 rounds of testing, 3,115 players and staff were tested for COVID-19. Of these, there were 16 new positive tests. Players or club staff who have tested positive will self-isolate for a period of 10 days. So what I am hoping is that things are now starting to die down a little bit, and things will start to get back to normal in the world in general. And I know, you know, the general population, it's really tough at the moment, and there's still a lot of people testing positive, and sadly there's a lot of people still dying. But with all the new measures that are coming into place, and, you know, the travel restrictions and other kind of things, which coincidentally should have been done 10, 11 months ago, not now, it could well bring it down, you know, sooner rather than later. And that's the thing that we want. And, you know, with all the vaccines going out and everything else, hopefully we can somehow get back to some sort of normality soon, because the life we've lived for this last year is starting to feel normal, and that's not nice. But yeah, it's good to see the results going down, and yeah, hopefully they go down even further over the coming weeks. Last piece of news involves Arsene Wenger. I didn't really think that I would be speaking about Arsene Wenger again, but he has been speaking about Mesut Ozil's transfer. And he has congratulated Fenerbahce on their imminent signing of Mesut Ozil, and believes the Arsenal outcast can propel them to the Turkish league title. The German World Cup winner was given permission by the North London club to fly to Istanbul on Sunday evening to complete the final details of his January switch to Fenerbahce, having been frozen out at the Emirates by manager Mikel Arteta. Wenger has spoken in the past about his disappointment regarding Ozil's situation, with the 32-year-old last playing a competitive match 10 months ago. But he appeared thrilled that his former player has landed his dream move. First of all, I would say you have the pleasure to announce a transfer like that in a period where you will have not many transfers. And of course, he was talking on beIN Sport. He will certainly be the biggest transfer of the January transfer window, because the world of football is a bit quiet. But overall, it's fantastic news for Fenerbahce, who are in a strong position in the league, and I think he can be the piece of the puzzle that will make them even more of a threat to win the Turkish league. Asked if Ozil had ever mentioned wanting to play for Fenerbahce, Wenger continued, "I had never had a conversation with him about Fenerbahce before, because I wanted to keep Mesut Ozil at Arsenal, but I could always feel a strong Turkish link because I met the family. I met his agent, I met his father when I signed him." So yeah, it's pretty, you know, straightforward stuff that Arsene Wenger's talking about. Obviously, he brought him to Arsenal, and it's obvious that whilst he's, you know, on beIN Sports and he's doing interviews, he's going to be asked the question what he thinks. And yeah, Fenerbahce, they are in a strong position in the Turkish league, and Mesut Ozil, I feel, will do very well out there. I feel that given the fact he is 32, he's still got something in his locker, don't get me wrong. And, you know, with all due respect, the Turkish league will, you know, be perfect for him at this, you know, point in his career. And I think he'll go over there and do really well. You know, and I hope he can, you know, have a good last few years of his career. And, you know, this is the best thing for him and ultimately the best thing for Arsenal. And everybody moves on and everybody gets what they want. So, yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. So there we go. That is it for today's DT's Daily. As usual, let me know in the comment section what you think about today's topics. If you're new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you smash a like on this video. And I will see you lot soon. I'm out of here.